Nothing's worse than being stuck in traffic, but there is a way for you to get from A to B that means you won't need to waste any time in a jam, and it's pretty cool too. 27,000 people attended the Irish Motorbike Show here at the RDS earlier this year, and more people than ever before are converting to bikes. And it's easy to see why. I toured the Highlands of Scotland on the back of one, and I tell you what, they're great crack, and there's an enormous amount of freedom to driving one. We've picked out 3 to suit lots of different people. We hope you like them. And you've a real mix of bikes here for us today. Tell me about them.
Yeah, you've got something for everybody. You have a little nip around town scooter, something slightly bigger. You get on out of the open motorway, 250cc, and you're going all the way up to a 600cc machine. Middleweight bike, but plenty of poke, Suzuki GSR 600.
Hopefully something for everyone. Well, we'll start small first of all, and we'll bring you over to the Honda ANF 125. Tell us a little bit about this bike, because I'd imagine this is just really perfect for nipping around town in.
Yeah, it's like something you might imagine your grandfather driving around on back in the 50s. I mean, it's sort of derivative of the
It is
Honda
quite retro, isn't it?
Yeah, Honda 50,
Yeah.
Honda 70, Honda 90. This is a Honda 125. It's perfect for around town. It's very light, it's very narrow, perfect for getting through traffic. It's also very cheap. Cheap to run, cheap to maintain. It's basically a no-hassle bike.
This bike has manual gears but an automatic clutch. How tricky is that?
It's not tricky at all. It's pretty much twist and work your feet through the gears. There is no clutch, as you'll see on other bikes, but it's very, very simple to drive.
And what about space on this bike? Let's take a look and see.
There's not a huge amount of space.
I mean, there's enough room in here for your, I suppose, a small amount of groceries or your handbag or whatever, but like you're not going to be doing long journeys.
No, you're not going to
be.
you're not going to be touring France on this bike. It's really a perfect city run around.
And what kind of horsepower are you talking about?
You're talking about 9 horsepower for this. It's not about the horsepower figures for this.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat Valentino Rossi in a MotoGP race.
This is really for nipping in and
it's
out
nipping
of traffic.
and it's about power to weight ratio. Very small horsepower, but very light.
And how much is this?
This is on special actually at the moment until the end of April
Very
for €2,222, all the twos.
All right, Finn, we're moving on now to the Yamaha 250 X Max. Now this has got a bit more power in it, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it's 250, it's twice the cc and pretty much twice the horsepower, about 20 horsepower.
Still a great first-time bike, isn't it, if you've just passed your test?
Absolutely perfect. I mean, it's as you say, it's a 250, whereas this is a 125. So you're going to be able to get around town, perfect around town bike, but also you can get out on the open road. It'll make good progress through traffic. Good, big, comfy seat. Perfect for pillion and for passenger.
Yeah, there's a real big difference in the seat.
Yeah.
And also, let's have a look at the space underneath
Yeah,
the seat. I
this,
think this is where it comes into its own. Look at this.
This is going to fit 2 full-face helmets, or alternatively, quite a bit of shopping. Certainly, you'll be able to pick up a few groceries, do a few chores.
No need for bungee ties,
Absolutely
which
not.
I hate.
Yes.
The great thing about this bike as well is you don't need to worry about the gears either, do you?
Yeah, whereas this is a geared bike, you have 4 gears on this with an automatic clutch. This is basically twist and go. 250cc engine, a bit more power, you twist and you go, and it really is very, very easy to ride. I mean, it's very, very comfy. You could sit on that bike all day long.
It's built for comfort.
It is built for comfort.
Yeah.
And it's a nice looking bike, you know, it's a sort of, I could see myself, you know, sort of posing in Dublin on that.
We saved the best for last, really. This is the Suzuki. It's a GSR 600. It actually takes its engine from the GSXR 600, which is a fantastic bike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part of the legendary Suzuki GSXR machines. You have 600s, 750s and 1000s. This engine is directly from an older GSXR machine, but still a lot of power in it. It's slightly detuned from the full-on sports machine. You're still getting 100 brake horsepower, but it's detuned for better mid-range and higher torque figure. It's a nice first big bike for someone, but it will also suit someone who's coming back to biking maybe after a few years, or just wants a reasonably big bike, but something that's quite easy to manoeuvre around town. It's as happy on the open road as it is in an urban environment.
probably point out as well, this is actually a 2008 model, but there hasn't been a huge difference
No,
between
I mean,
the
there've been
2008 and 2009, 10, 11.
cosmetic upgrades. Basically what you're getting here, Suzuki at the moment are doing a special. The price of this is normally $7,995. This is the second-hand machine we have here, but then you can get a brand new Suzuki K8 model, which means it's actually a 2008, manufactured in 2008, but it's no miles on it. And you're now going to be paying $5,995 for that, so it's a real bargain of a bike.
So 3 very different bikes, but hopefully something here for everybody. Whether you want to reduce your fuel costs, or you're sick and fed up of being stuck in traffic, or you just love the feeling of being out on the open road. But one thing's for sure, a bike is a guaranteed way to put a smile on your face on a Monday morning. Forget helmet hair.